your other response actually answered my second question. Okay. I'll say it regardless. So people were saying, shout out to Easy Step. I don't know if you know him. He has been on promoting the reservoir for a while now. So his growing support, for the overall ecosystem has been overwhelming. But then people are really asking, how can we, support the reservoir and utilize it to the max to really, create that ever-increasing price floor through locked liquidity and all whatnot. I don't know if you want to touch on that again, if you don't mind.
Okay, so all right, so the working concept. I hate to say what we're building for it when the development is not finished, because people will steal your ideas, launch it first, not do it the correct way, or do it with some small investment, investor base, and kind of ruin a good idea by bad execution and not having an investor base. But we're essentially developing a form of let's just say a reward structure for both the reservoir and the faucet, that is a gamified reward structure that rewards people for consistently making deposits into the reservoir and making large deposits into the reservoir and the faucet, and it's gamified so people who are not whales can also earn from the system. So we'll still have the same faucet contracts and the same reservoir contracts that you can interact with exactly the same as you're doing now, but we'll have another layer of contracts on top of them that you can choose to interact with, and these are more gamified, and they have different reward models. Reward models for doing larger deposits, reward models for doing consistent deposits, prizes that you can win just randomly, making a deposit and winning. So this is what we're working on right now, and we're working on something that's unique and not something that can be exploited by whales or scalpers. Something that's really going to reward the community and make interacting with these contracts fun. And people that I want to enter into the faucet. I want to keep my faucet stakes how they are. I like it. I like the system how it is. Nothing's changing, but it's just another option that allows you to interact with the reservoir and the faucet in a more gamified fashion. So that's what we're working on right now. And then we're also building out a new UI. And the new UI, we already have a working demo that is based on the top tier investment bank template. So investment banks spend billions of dollars every year to build their UIs to get people to use their products, both in search engine optimization, which has a lot to do with the way you design your UI, to get people to to click on your search result to get you high on the list, but also when you get to the site, get those people to actually use your products. And that's done through proper delivery on the benefits of the product, through testimonials, through a clear display of how to use the products. And then we're working with James Devstreak, who's very good at taking on-chain analytical data and turning it into different investment tools and different analytic tools. And this is something that also makes the average user want to interact more, because it breaks the data down into easier to understand bits. So for example, one of the analytical tools we're working on will tell you if you stake this much for this period of time, you will be earning 1 drip by this time. So instead of, breaking it down to I'm earning, 0.1 drip a day, it will also tell you, if you deposit, you could say, I want to deposit this much. And it will tell you, if you deposit this much, you'll be earning this much drip a day, this much drip a week, this much drip a month, and this much drip by the end of your 365. And you can put in how often you want to compound, and it will update those values. And it makes it a lot easier to understand the value that they're getting from the system and plan how they want to invest. And it just makes it more fun. And, if someone knows if I stake this much and I compound for this often, I'll be earning 1 drip a day. And those are easy data points for people to understand. And this is why I hired James Dempstreet to come on, because he's very good at producing these tools and front ends that allow for this kind of thing. So, it's all those things. It's everything. And this is, starting next week, full development will be on par. Now, previously, I've had the same developers who are working on Animal Farm, working on Drip, and working on everything else as well. The raise that we've had in Reap, which involves whitelisting contracts, handling everything. Over the past few months, I've hired additional developers who I've worked with in the past, who have very good track records, to be specifically devoted to Drip. And no matter who does the development, it all goes by me. So essentially, the developers are there doing the coding, the day-to-day coding, the most of it. But I'm there talking to them every day, saying, "I want it done this way. I want it done that way. Do this, do that. We want it exactly like this." And then when it's finished, it gets audited by me. It gets audited by all the other developers on the team, and we'll have formal audits done as well. So the quality is there, and we're ready to produce like we never have before, because it's always, the whole time it's been a 1 or 2 man team, and now we have a 5-man team of developers. We have a CMO, we have a project manager, and we have a firm behind us. And a lot of this work is being done behind the scenes, but in a couple of weeks, it's not going to be behind the scenes anymore, right? It's going to be a full-on marketing campaign, and all this development we've been done behind the scenes is going to be public. We're going to start producing it. So, very exciting.
Yeah, cool. Thanks so much for